Hey Andrea, what's
Hey.
going on in your life?
Nothing much. What's going on with you?
Really?
Yeah.
Nothing about a killer storm gonna kill us all?
Oh.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
that.
I heard about that. You mean Hurricane Ian?
Hurricane Ian. And what letter does Ian begin with?
I. Like igloo. Ice.
And is there a reason we should have PTSD over
Oh.
ice storms?
Yes. Oh, here we go.
The last,
Urgent
there you go.
weather.
So Ian is, it's actually pretty serious
It really is. We
for
should not be
Florida.
making fun.
And we have the Weather Channel on here. It is serious for Florida,
Yes.
especially
And
the west coast of Florida, Tampa.
yes, it's
Point south.
extremely. It
It's-
could be extremely devastating for them.
It's Tuesday night. Yes,
Yes?
it's Tuesday night. We're not
Yes.
going to get impact till like Thursday, Friday, Saturday ourselves.
Yes, we've been hearing about it for a long time.
And our impact is going to be more of a tropical storm.
As of right now, that's
We
what
hope.
that's what it looks like. Because we're kind of making fun now, but
We made some serious assessments. We looked at all of our options, and we decided we're going to stay here.
yeah,
Part of the reason is the storm is coming up from the south, and it's going to go kind
East.
of west of us. And we are on a coast of the U.S., meaning we can't go east.
no, we can't.
We can't
We
go
can't go
south.
south.
That's where the storm is going, and can't go north or even really west because
Because they didn't
we don't know where
it was
it's going. So we're just
So
gonna,
yeah, we were kind of stuck on
We're gonna-
where do we go?
yeah, we're gonna hang out here.
Yeah. So and with everything that we've learned, because our no go decision point was kind of this morning, but yesterday it really showed that it was not going to, like, we should have some, by the time it gets here it's going to be a depression, so we will have some winds.
There will be it'll be windy, it'll be rainy. It's not going to be 20 inches of rain. It'll be more like five,
Yeah, it's not
4,
going to
5,
be the
6.
Ida. Oh, that begins with the letter I, doesn't it?
Oh yeah,
It's not going to be the Ida rain we experienced last year,
sure.
where it was
Or
16 inches of rain in 4 hours.
or
you know?
the Isaias wind that we had 2 years ago
Before.
that damaged our roof. So it is serious, and we're doing different things to deal with it, and we're gonna try to document those things here as we go.
Yep.
So, great, you're looking good, Andrea.
Thanks. You're looking good, Billy Ray. Name that movie.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Yeah. So, we'll be filming as the storm comes by.
Screen grab here on my computer to kind of show you the websites we go to get our weather information. And this is just weather information in general, but this is how we try to work with hurricane, or how we're trying to track Hurricane Ian. So I'm going to go to my weather bookmarks here, and the first one I always go to is this one called Cyclocane. So Cyclocane is a site that I discovered. It tracks cyclones and typhoons all across the world. And so I can zoom in here. Oops. But you can see that there's this one out here in the Atlantic, off of Africa. It looks like it's going to go north. But as I zoom in, we can see Ian, and the little bubbles are basically the current location and the spaghetti pots on where it thinks Ian's going. But the colors correspond over here to wind speeds. So right now it's over 113, and by the time it gets over towards us, it's going to be this lighter purple, which is going to be 35 plus. When you click on the storm itself, you go to the storm tracker page, and this gives you all the information about the storm. So you have this radar loop going on. all the land hazards information. You get some more of the tracker spaghetti model plots. There's a blown up loop of Ian, so you can kind of see it's really going to go into the west coast of Florida. I'm recording this on Wednesday, September 28th. 28th. And then you get the watches and warnings map. So this is helpful to determine, the path, the cone of uncertainty. Unfortunately, when we woke up this morning, this thing has shifted to the east. It had been going to the west of us, and now it looks like it's going to go pretty much right over us. All the current information, so the important numbers are maximum sustained wind. So it's a very strong hurricane right now, and its movement. And we'd like to see this movement number high. We want these things to move quickly. As they slow down, you get more rain dumped on you. So the faster it can go, the less the rain impact. So here you can go to the spaghetti models, and again, these are all the different the spaghetti plots are all the different computer models modeling where they think Ian's going to go. So you can see here it looks pretty consistent that it's going to go over Central Florida, and we are up here above Savannah. So these models come together the closer the storm gets. And then it looks like it's going up into, and the way I understand it's going to just pretty much dissipate up over Virginia, Maryland area. This is also useful as well as the plotted or the estimated wind speeds. And we like these numbers down here better. And it goes out a number of hours. So this is Wednesday morning. So Thursday morning, 24 hours. This is what the wind speeds are expected to be. And these are all in knots. So you have to do the conversion. So 48 hours, that would be Friday morning. So, it looks like we're more down in the tropical storm area. That's where we're going to be getting probably the biggest impact. And then 72 hours would be Saturday. You can see where the what the estimated wind speeds are. So that's a useful website. The other one I go to very often is this guy here. Oops, let me go weather. It's called WX Charts. So WX Charts is basically modeling going out. You can see going out a couple of weeks, a daily model of what's happening. And for some reason it thought I was in Philadelphia. I am actually in Hilton Head Island. So you can essentially just put in your location. And what it's going to do, it's going to basically show you currently, here's what the systems look like. And you can move ahead in time. So tomorrow, later today, there you can see Ian, and the red dot up here, that's our current location, right? So Thursday, not much in terms of weather impact. Certainly the winds are there. This is Friday, so it intensifies a bit over us, and then by Saturday, you can kind of see the low is moving to the west of us and pretty much ending by Saturday. The things you have to convert here are the time is UTC, so that's Universal Time. So we are 5 hours behind that. So when it says 1800 Universal Time, that's 1300 or 1 o'clock Saturday, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. So you have to do that conversion. But over here, it does some other interesting things. So it predicts maximum winds. So this would be the sustained wind for Saturday, and that's in kilometers per hour. You have to do the conversion to English, and the maximum expected gusts. So this has been pretty consistent, 70 to 80 kilometers per hour, which is somewhere in the 45 to 50 miles per hour range. It does show temperature, but this is the interesting one too, is expected rainfall, cumulative rainfall. So you can see here that once I get to the top, we're looking at about 3.25, maybe 4 inches total rain over the course of time. So that's the other website, and then finally is this guy here. We're not big fans of watching the Weather Channel per se. They're very much clickbait and catastrophic Florida landfall is what you're going to see. But when I log in, it actually has saved saved locations, so you can actually save a bunch of locations. And of course, my saved location is Hilton Head Island. You see Phoenixville up there. That's also where our old home is. So that's still interested in weather there. You get all the warnings. The interesting ones to play with here, of course, you get all the ads popping up. The hourly, so it's actually going to be it's going to be a breezy day today. You can see the winds over here in the 20s, but temperature-wise, it's going to be actually fairly pleasant today. So feels like 73, no rain. In fact, I don't think we're going to be seeing much rain until, let me scroll down further. That's tonight. So later tonight, we're going to start getting more of the rain. Possibly. That's actually Thursday. Sorry. So it's going to be the rain's really going to start in earnest tomorrow. So that's an area I play with. The 10-day outlook is always good. Get an idea of what's going on when you go out 10 days. And so we can kind of see what's expected, and they have pretty good descriptions here on what to expect, both day and night, amount of rainfall, things like that, and always interested in the local radar. So the local radar kind of gives you a good feel and flavor for what to expect, and you just run the radar loop. We're not really having much in terms of rain, so you're not going to see much on this map, but you can zoom in and zoom out. And so as I zoom out, I can kind of see what's going on with Ian down there, the well-formed eye, and it's going to impact Florida today. So those are my typical go-to sites. I'm sure there are others. If you have others that I might be interested in, feel free to leave them in the comments. So we do need to do some prep work out here. We need to get it all done by today, by this evening for sure. Mrs. Griffith is over there doing some of that stuff now. Basically, since we're staying, and as an update, it looks like we're more in the direct path, which we thought we were going to be further east, which we'll see. We'll see what that means. It's not supposed to get much stronger than a tropical storm by the time it gets here, so we're gonna stick it out. But obviously we have to batten down the hatches a little bit. So you see some of the things, like we have these trays, obviously the grill, or the griddle, and the table, and that little trash can. In a strong wind, they would get moved, shall we say? So we're going to be doing that. We have this tarp. Our awning is actually crap. Needs to be replaced. But we've been using this tarp out here, which has actually been very nice as a sunblock, because even the awning doesn't really block the sun very well, the afternoon sun. So this awning, we'll take this down this afternoon, because what it actually does is it bumps up against the RV when the wind blows, and that freaks Jerry out. So we got some things to do. The other thing we're probably going to do is move the RV forward about 6 or 7 feet, maybe out to about here, because right behind us and just hanging over the back of the RV is this tree. So strong winds do bring down tree limbs, and having a tree limb fall on top of the RV would not be a pleasant thing. So it just hangs over a little bit on the back. So if we move about 6 or 7 feet forward, should be okay. And then this area here with the rug and all, this floods. Not it floods. A big giant puddle always forms here when we get a lot of rain. So this will be a puddle, but it dissipates pretty quickly. So right now our biggest concerns are probably the wind, a little bit on the rain, but the coastal flooding. And I'll try to show more on that a little later on in the video. And it's getting breezy. Not sure if I'm going to be heard here or not. You're going to definitely hear the wind. The wind's already kind of started here, even though we don't expect the storm to be here until late Thursday and into Friday. But this is the wetlands area, and down here you see a drain pipe. So what happened? And oh, by the way, it's about 10 minutes till high tide. So this is about as high as the tide gets, and so what would happen here is if we get flooding where the water goes above, this is the outlet pipe for the RV resort. So if the water comes above this, then the water can drain from the RV resort. So if I pan around here, you'll see that's the RV resort over there. Here you can kind of see a couple of RVs. There's a car coming. But not sure if any of this is getting through, but I just wanted to get some high tide photos of you know, where we stand for flooding. And I'm basically, I'm a good 10 feet or so above that pipe. So I'm gonna be keeping an eye on things. So this is the marina area, or actually it's called Skull Creek. And usually it's fairly calm here. It's very windy right now. We're right around high tide, as I mentioned before. So this is about as high as a normal tide, and the waves coming in are because of the wind. And then over here is the marina. But this is like a little dock jetty that goes out into the marina, or into the creek here. So Skull Creek. Got some water, and we'll see how high this comes during the storm. So part of our prep here, I actually moved the RV forward a couple of feet, maybe 4 or 5 feet, because we're concerned about that. And we don't want that snapping and falling directly onto the roof. So I was able to pull everything up, and maybe we'll like it better here. It gives us a lot more room to maneuver back here. So Andrea's talking to our neighbors in the back. So here we go. Hey babe.
Hey.
How you doing?
Great.
So how you feeling about things?
Great.
Well, we've done a lot of work tonight.
Not as positive as I was yesterday. Only because the track of the storm has changed.
But we've done a lot of stuff. I think we've done everything outside we can do, except for I have to break down the griddle. That's simple enough. But we moved the RV forward. We got all of our jacks and slide outs worked. So
That was good.
I'm looking at the positive. So
You do that.
we're feeling good about being ready. I'm feeling good about being ready. We'll see how it goes. Riding out the storm.
Yep. Having flashbacks to Ida.
No flashbacks.
You were prepared then, too.
No PTSD. All right. Let's have a good night. All right. I'm good. Thursday afternoon. We're doing a little comparison here. This is kind of what it's like on our side of the RV resort. You can hear the wind. Certainly the trees are feeling it back here. There's the lovely Andrea, the 2 dogs. So we're going for a little walk. The storm itself, update on that, it seems to be tracking further to the east, which we're very happy about. We're keeping a close eye on it, but we haven't had any rain yet, and all the rain has been staying off the coast. And it looks like the storm, we're not even in the cone of uncertainty anymore, which is very good. We're very, very happy about that. It was as of 2 o'clock. Now, of course, these things can change. Okay, hold on. Oh, so this is a neighbor of ours. This is kind of one of our fears here. Tree limb snapped, and it is unfortunately on top of their RV, so we'll pray that that didn't do any damage. We can get that taken care of. We haven't met these folks yet, so not sure who they are or how to contact them. So we're here checking out the drain pipe. I just lost my hat. I don't know why I put my hat on. No. It's close to low tide. A lot of this is debris that has come in but that's where the pipe is. And high tide this morning, it was up to about where the debris goes. So there you go, the changing of the tide. So we're down here at the public dock. A little more of an idea of the winds coming in, and you can kind of see here on the Skull Creek, the Intercoastal Waterway. Just the way the water, this is usually relatively flat, no waves, but the wind is pushing the water around, so a little breezier here. I expect it's going to be even breezier. Have to get more breeze coming in, so there we go. As Jimmy Buffett says, we're trying to reason with hurricane season. Winds are a little stronger down here by the marina. When I turn towards the water, the wind is directly in my face. It's fairly strong. One of the things that's important to point out, what we're experiencing is a small fraction of what the poor folks in Florida went through. So obviously thoughts and prayers going out to folks that are suffering in Florida. I can't even imagine. We are getting some good winds and some rain. Looks like between Charleston and Myrtle Beach, kind of the northern part of the coast of South Carolina. Walking down here to the public dock. And actually, I just remarked this. I thought the winds were still coming from the north, but it looks like they are shifting to the west. And we're right around the high tide. And this was the high tide that they were worried about, that after we get a bunch of rain, and then the water gets pushed up. It's not looking as bad here. You can kind of see where the debris has come up from the previous high tide. And the wind is kind of going from sort of left to right on your screen here. So it's not pushing it directly on the shore, but rather along the creek on the Intercoastal Waterway here. Still drizzling, raining a little bit. Still got the winds, but that should all be dissipating here as the afternoon moves on. So we'll see how the rest of this goes, but we're looking like the worst of it has gone past.
Hi.
And just as I start, Goddard starts barking. It's very funny. So, looks like you didn't get blown into Oz.
I did not. We were very lucky.
Yes, we were.
We made it through. The storm kept going east. So therefore it hit upstate. Upstate coast, South Carolina coast. Poor Charleston.
Yes. It came in between Charleston and Myrtle Beach, closer to the North Carolina border. Those folks, because what happened, so the storm stayed out over the open water longer, so it strengthened, and unfortunately that caused it to become a hurricane again. When we were in the direct path, it was going to remain a tropical storm, which was part of our decision to stay. We weren't as concerned about a tropical storm, but a hurricane is a different beast.
So net was started raining last night around 9-ish. Started light rain. We had heavy bands, winds. This morning when I saw the news, the highest gust we had was like 52 miles
Yeah.
an hour on the island. Again, it's just been windy all day. Rain stopped by lunchtime.
Lunchtime-ish, yeah. It was slowing down.
But it's been windy. It is still
It's still
chilly.
gusty.
Yeah.
This was a cold storm, as I heard it called, because the temperature right now is what's the temperature right now?
It's like 60 something.
You're moving on me. You moved.
I moved back, but
Yeah, the temperature right now is 64 degrees. There's Goddard. There's Jerry.
this is why our videos last forever.
But you're right. But so it's 64 degrees, but the wind chill with these gusts, it's chilly. So you see the lovely A from TNA Adventures is wearing her sweet Buffalo Bills sweatshirt.
See, this says it feels like 63. Wind chill is much chillier than that.
I got the Nittany Lions going on, but it is a little chilly out here. This is you can see the puddle here. This is when we get heavy rains. This is what happens. This little puddle forms, but after a couple hours,
Yeah, I mean, it was huge.
it just goes away. You can kind of see where it was wet, but yeah, and it gets like an inch or two deep. It's more of a nuisance. It's not horrible, but I guess the lesson to learn here, and the thing that I appreciate with with a lot of the
I've
websites,
stopped listening to you.
well, a lot of the nice, it's pretty typical. All 3 minutes, and you've checked out. Getting information, true information, helps you make informed decisions. And so we freaked out a little bit a couple days ago when we saw the storm was headed directly at us, but we were also getting good information about how strong it would be, and we didn't regret necessarily. We were worried, but we didn't regret the decision to stay. And then as the storm kept going further and further east, or tracking further and further east, it's like, okay, we should be okay. We're going to get wind, which we did. We're going to get some rain, which we did. Possibility of flooding, which never happened, but the storm surge, even the storm surge predictions weren't ominous. So we, writing it out was the probably the right decision. It'll be interesting to see how many people filter back into the resort over the next day or two. I don't know. What do you think? 80% of the people that live here left? Ish? I don't know. Hard to put a number on it.
Because we don't know how many people actually live here.
Yeah, that's true.
We know us and our neighbors stayed.
Yeah. So that
And a couple people up that way.
the RV back there and the other RV back there, they stayed.
Nobody cares, dude. Just wrap it up.
So, would you give this storm 4 paws?
Bad taste.
I'll have to edit that one out.
Yeah, you should.
So let's wrap it up.
So wrapping it up, we're very thankful and happy that we made it
Yeah.
out fine. Seeing the devastation in Florida.
Yeah.
And now up near Charleston.
Yeah, one of the things I will post, or I'll put in the links below, in the comments below, or the links, the description below, is links to where you can donate to help the folks that are really, really devastated, because we were very lucky and very blessed to have just caught the glancing blow. Catholic Charities is one of our favorite.
Maybe your favorite.
Well, it's a good charity because the money goes all directly to the cause. So wrapping it up, my director is telling me I need to put a cap on it. I guess we'll just be seeing everybody down the road. Bye for now.
Connor, stop eating that.